If you could go through this slowly, Amanda. Okay, just start pressing buttons. What we see here is that women are, I said the guys all join up. What are the women doing? The women, go ahead, are all working in the factories. Go ahead. And they're trying to do whatever they can, go ahead, in the war effort. Ambulance drivers, nurses, the auxiliary corps, you'll read about this in your book. And in Russia, they actually even are allowed to fight. Some women join up. And of course, there are spies. All right? I'm not spending any time on this because I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and there's more in your book. You can keep going. But on the Western Front, over here, they're not getting anywhere. The Russians, well, the Russians are really bad. The Russians are losing like crazy. But on the Western Front, that's where we really want to focus on. Again, please. What you see are these lines starting to be drawn. Here's the German line, there's the French and British lines. One more, please. And what they do on these lines is they start digging trenches. Okay, first they dig a trench that's about chest high so that they can shoot at the other guy. They put barbed wire all along it to make it hard for the other side to get you, and then they build these support trenches. They kind of look like this.
Why don't we fight? Why don't we go over? Crazy staying here. Let's do something!
Some people actually went mad listening to the gunfire all the time. Some men died of trench foot. Some starved to death. They got diseases.
Behind the lines, you can't hear the shooting.
They would send men out to find food along the countryside. These are Germans. You can tell by the funny things on their helmets. And no, they did not use those as a weapon. They were just decorative. Can you all hear me over the sound, by the way?
Yeah.
You hear the guns in the background all the time. Those are the French guns. They could be the German guns too, but they're probably French. What's actually worse than constantly hearing the guns that could literally drive you nuts all day in and day out? Even though you are in this really dark hole and you could die of disease or something else, and the guns are driving you crazy, what's worse is when the guns suddenly stop. Because that means there's an attack coming. The other side has stopped shooting its guns so that their soldiers can get up and start running across the field to come and get you. So you hear the whistle and you go up into the trench because you know that there's an attack coming. And you get there with your rifle. Now everyone had rifles. They would always have one machine gun at least within a trench, but everyone else had a rifle, a hand grenade, obviously a bayonet, and even a shovel, which of course you would always use to dig it. You can see the barbed wire protecting it. And notice the landscape. The French countryside looked like the surface of the moon because of all of the constant bombing that was going on here. So these Germans know that the French are coming. They're waiting with their machine guns. They're waiting with their rifles. And they know that just before this will happen, the French artillery will start trying to hit them. Will start trying to blow up the barbed wire. And finally, will start trying to fire to create a smoke screen so their own soldiers can rush up and attack them. And you just have to sit there and wait until they get within range. Here come the French. And they're running as fast as they can. They don't want to run too fast, because if they run too fast, they can get killed by their own artillery. They can even get killed by their own artillery if the artillery maybe goes the wrong way, if they make an accidental shot, you got killed by something called friendly fire. It happens in every single war. But you can see that the guns are starting to get rid of some of the barbed wire. You can see people getting killed by friendly fire right there. Okay? And they're getting closer to the barbed wire as they run. The Germans know they're coming. They can hear them. And here they come. And as soon as they get in range, we'll turn the machine gun on. And it's literally like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. Just keep moving them on and shooting them and shooting them and shooting them. And the French just keep coming. They can't have that many bullets, can they? What makes these guys just keep coming and coming and coming? Don't they know they're gonna die? Well, you can't shoot everybody. Someone's got to make it through. They keep coming, and they keep coming, and they keep coming. And they keep coming. And they keep coming. And they keep coming. And they make it through. And then it's deadly hand-to-hand combat within the very small confines of the trench. It's kill or be killed, the worst you could possibly imagine. So close you can't even use your gun unless you use it as some kind of a club. You use your bayonet, you use your shovel if you have to, because these men are literally trying to kill you. This is from the movie All Quiet on the Western Front. How many of you are reading that book? Oh, I wish there was more. That's how you want to jump into the trench, with your bayonet first. Stepping on top of bodies as you come in. Still, the French keep pouring into the trench, pouring in, pouring in. So the Germans have to get out while they still can. And what they can do is they can run back to a trench they had dug previously. So that's what they're doing. They're running out of their own trench. Every once in a while they stop and they shoot back at the Frenchmen who are now chasing them. And they gotta run, and the Frenchmen just chase them and chase them. Take a quick breath because they know that there's people coming to try to kill them. And the French keep coming. But then the German guns, artillery open up, and they stop the French advance. These gigantic guns from way behind. And the Frenchmen run back. And then the Germans get up and chase the French back to their trench. Every once in a while, the Frenchman stops, kills a German who's coming after him, or vice versa. Make it back to their trench. They set up their machine gun. And they start shooting at the Germans like ducks in a shooting gallery. Fortunately for the Germans, one of them's got a hand grenade. But unfortunately, so many Germans have been killed that even though they make it to the French trench,